Hello, welcome back to another Legacy League video. We have green-white lands versus goblins. Charlie's kept 6 cards and Corey has kept 7. Charlie's going to be on the play in this game 1, and we'll see what he has to lead off with. He has a Forest, Mox Diamond pitching a Thespian Stage into a Sphere Resistance. A very strong start for a lands player, but an Ancient Tomb and an Aether Vial kind of negate that coming from Corey. We'll see what comes up next. He's going to draw this Horizon Canopy, and it looks like he has a Maze of Ith, a Dark Depths, and a Thespian Stage in his hand, so he is rolled up ready to make a 20-20, depending on what Corey has to say, if he has any Wastelands or Rishadan Ports or anything like that to slow him down, but we'll see what he has here. So Vial's up to 1, Corey plays a basic Mountain, and Charlie's going to play a Thespian Stage and pass back to Corey. Corey will roll up the Aether Vial to 2, plays a Cavern. Can only imagine he's going to name Goblin on that. So Corey does forget to do stickers at the beginning of the game, so we're going to select those right now. And he's actually going to get Phyrexian, Midway, Bamboozle for his first one, Elemental, Time, and Flamingo for his second, Notorious, Sliver, and War for the third one. And he's going to cast a Mind Goblin here. And using Mind Goblin, I believe he's going to use Notorious as his first one. And then that'll give him 4 mana. And then he can cast another spell, which will be Goblin War Chief, which is going to give all of his goblins -1 colorless mana to be cast, as well as haste on his creatures. So he attacks Charlie there. Also, now it negates the Aether Vial, which is definitely something that can be very dreadful for a lands player. He's also gonna Charlie's gonna make the 20-20, and Corey will activate his Vial and flash in more Marauder, which is a double strike. And when a Goblin or Orc deals combat damage, he can exile the top card of his library and play that card that turn. Very good, because Mora has double strike, so he can do 2 damage there, plus a Mind Goblin will definitely allow him to flip 3 cards off the top on this attack if Charlie blocks anything but that, but the War Chief. But I believe blocking the War Chief is the right move here, because it now puts the Sphere Resistance back in play. So the Mora will do his first strike damage first, flipping another Mind Goblin, and then the other 2 damage into 2 more lackeys. Corey has 4 mana available, plus he has the Vial on 3. The plus side is those are exiled, so the Vial can't Vial in that other Mind Goblin. We'll see what he has to play out of his hand. So 4 mana. He's going to use probably Bamboozle as his next one. That'll give him 4 more mana off of it. And then he's got 4 mana floating. We'll see what he has to play for his next one. Activate the Vial, and he has another Mind Goblin. More than likely going to get Elemental here, or Flamingo, to give him some more mana. And then he'll cast a twin shot sniper, dealing 2 damage to Charlie, as well as a Goblin Lackey here. And the important thing is the twin shot sniper has reach, and my deck does not have a Sajiri Step. Fast track there through me going through the tank, trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. There's a Vial in play. Not a Vial, but there's a Sphere Resistance in play. I have a Urza Saga, another Sphere Resistance, and a Crop Rotation in my hand. So tap 2, I'm going to Crop Rotation the Forest away. We're going to go get a Tabernacle, Pendrell's Veil, making all of his creatures have a upkeep of 1 colorless. With Corey only having 4 mana on the board, that will definitely cause him to have to choose his creatures wisely next turn. I'll attack. He'll have to block with Twin Sniper. He's at 14. At the end of damage, at the end of combat phase, I choose to untap the Merit Lage, so I can dodge a Wasteland if he attacks, or if he draws a Wasteland, and I can also block a creature here. So Corey's choosing what he wants to pay for. It looks like he's going to keep his 3 Mind Goblins and his Marauder here, letting the Lackey go. So that's 10 damage on the board as it sits. He does have a Vial available, so if he has another War Chief, that is going to be 12 damage total, but 1 can be blocked. So we'll see what he has here. I'm sorry, he has 8 damage on the board. So see how he attacks and go from there. He's going to draw for turn. Looks like he drew a basic. His Vial is available, so he swings all out. 6 total damage. Charlie's gonna block the Marauder here, and Corey will get to flip 3 cards over. It's a Fury, a Ringleader, and an Ancient Tomb. And that'll be it for game number 1. Welcome back to game number 2. Corey will keep 6 and be on the play. Charlie will keep 7. And these are the stickers that were chosen for game number 2. Corey's going to lead off with a basic mountain and a skirt prospector. Charlie with a wooded foothills. He'll fetch. More than likely getting a savannah, since he didn't see a wasteland all of last game. So it feels pretty safe to have a savannah. So that's what he does go get. And we'll see what he has to play here. See if he has another Mox Diamond or something along those lines. Shuffling like a fucking fiend. He needs to hurry up. Just like slow rolling. Slow rolling. Alright, there we go. He finally figured it out. And he's going to Swords of Skirt Prospector, keeping Corey off of 3 mana next turn, which is pretty important for Goblins. Now, if Corey has a Ancient Tomb here, that would definitely be a blowout. So Corey plays a Cavern of Souls and passes the turn. Charlie with an Urza Saga and a Sphere of Resistance. We saw how powerful that was last game, so we'll see how it plays out this game. Corey with a Caracas passes back. Urza Saga is going to tick up to 2. Charlie will play a Snow-Covered Forest and pass back to Corey. Corey plays another Cavern of Souls, and we should probably see a Goblin. Goblin Ringleader can't be played this turn because of Sphere of Resistance, so probably see the Goblin Matron instead. So Goblin Matron. Alright, Corey realizes he made the mistake and gives us a thumbs up. And he's just trying to think of what he can get to work past this. Maybe an Ingot Chewer or something along those lines, if he brought that in. But not entirely sure what we'll see from here. We'll know we'll see a Construct come out of Charlie at the end of turn. So all depends on what Corey gets here. Looks like he's going to get a Mind Goblin, which he loves, and he's showing off the foiling on it. Alright, let's see. That's probably going to be the return. We'll see the Construct come out, and then we'll go to Charlie's. So he drew a Mox Diamond here. See if he's going to make another Construct, or what he wants to do here. A lot of thinking in this game, because Goblins can be a very explosive turn if not done correctly. So Saga tips up to 3. Charlie chooses just to float the mana. And let's see what he finds. Alright, he's going to go with an Expedition map here. Corey is not a big fan of that. But we'll see what he decides to get here. Still a colorless mana floating. He's going to use that colorless mana to cast a Mox Diamond. Pitching the Caracas. So he's 3 mana available at the moment. No land played. Oh, plays a Horizon Canopy. Attacks for 3. He just realized that he didn't mean to play the Horizon Canopy. Alright, Corey lets him bring it back. And we will go search and see what he goes for this time. It's a Wasteland on the Caracas. Trying to shore up a way to make sure he gets his 20/20 out. And also restricts Corey's mana back. So the Ringleader and the Mind Goblin still can't come out. Corey does have a Fury. He will have to pay 1 mana for that. And he's going to choose to hit the Construct here. Smart. And he'll pay the colorless mana. And we should see an attack for 1 here from the Matron. Oh, there he goes. I think it was a triple attack there. Charlie with a Blast Zone, casts Life from the Loam. He's able to get back his Saga, Wooded Foothills, and a Wasteland. Looks like we're on a Wasteland plan now. We're going to hit the Cavern of Souls. Just trying to restrict Corey's mana as much as possible. Finds a basic. Not quite in time, which is good. And back to Charlie. No Dredge from Loam. Has the Swords Plowshare now. Has the second Loam in his hand to get the Wasteland back. And he'll Wasteland the other Cavern of Souls. Looks like they're having a good time here. And pass back to Corey. Now we have two mana available. Charlie will untap. Finds a Yavimaya and a Saga. Charlie's going to crop rotate the Savannah away with the Mox Diamond. Being able to produce the white mana. And there's the Tabernacle again. So now we should really start to restrict Corey's mana here as he... Corey just wants to make sure he understands that he's going to pay the 1 mana during his upkeep. With the mana restriction and the Wasteland plan so far, Corey's going to be in pretty tight with the mana. He's going to pay for the Matron and attack Charlie for 1 again. We'll see an untap draw. Probably the Yavimaya coming down, allowing him to use his Tabernacle to make constructs and also pay the upkeep cost on the constructs as well. Let's see where we go from here. Alright, Corey trying to decide if he wants to pay for the Matron in case he draws an Ancient Tomb, or if he wants to... Let's see what he does. He's going to pay. Alright. Scarp Prospector out of hand. He's going to attack. Charlie's going to make a construct to block. It's a 3/3. And Corey has another Fury in his hand. It's pretty strong. Plus side is don't have to pay the upkeep cost on Tabernacle for that particular construct. Downside is he's down another construct. We'll see Saga tip up to 3. And another construct comes out. Trigger from the Saga. We should see a Shadow Spear here. A Vial would probably be, not Vial, but a Pithing Needle on Vial would also be viable, as that would get Corey back into the game. Looks like he's trying to decide if he wants to do that. Oh, he's going to go with the Shadow Spear. Okay. And shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. On our way. And land for turn. Horizon Canopy. Green mana from the Yavimaya he'll equip. And that way it's out of Fury range now because it's a 5/5. Corey hoping to find a land and finds the Aether Vial, which was being debated on getting a Pithing Needle to name. But that's how it goes. Pay 1 mana for the upkeep cost on the Tabernacle. 4 mana available, attack for 5. Try to gain 5 life as well. The Shadow Spear. And, oh, Force of Vigor. Never didn't have it. Corey's going to activate, potentially trying to put in a Kobold or a Dryad Arbor. He could also put in another 0 mana. I'm not quite sure what other 0 mana creatures there are to put in. There's a Scarp Prospector. 1 tap. Pay for the construct. We're going to Dredge Loam. Find a Dark Depths, a Saga, and It's like another loan, or I'm not quite sure what the oh, another Force of Vigor. Okay. Saga back in play again. Constructs will start pumping out red at least now. Attack for 5. So he stops him in his upkeep to let him know that he has effects before he draws. So now Corey's on to a Source of Plowshare plan. If he pays the 1 mana for the Scar Prospector, it's going to get Source of Plowshared, and he can't use the mana. If he doesn't pay the Tabernacle cost, it just dies on its own, not being able to utilize the mana either. And Corey has to choose if he wants to gain the life or make 1 mana. Corey chooses to gain the life. Okay, that's a smart move. He did pay the 1 mana during the upkeep, so that is tapped. Passes back to Charlie. Tabernacle bill has been paid. Redstone Portal drawn. Another Saga in play now. We'll see an attack for 5 here. Corey goes down to 3. Charlie up to 30. And not much that can happen here. Even a mountain. And that'll be game. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you guys and ladies and people later. Charlie play a snow-covered forest and pass back. God damn it. My fucking thing did something.